Hey guys, welcome to Play It Forward, the first ever edition. So basically, let's get the exposition out of the way. Very simply, this is a nightly thing, 7 o'clock every night. We're all stuck inside at the moment, and you've got heaps of choices, and it sucks. Because you just end up scrolling through all night. So what we're going to try and do is take you back to like 1994 when your dad would get the TV guide out of the Herald Sun and he'd get a pen that you're not allowed to touch and he'd circle what we're watching that night and taking out all the choice from you. And you're like, Dad, I don't want to watch this. And then he's like, well, you can go to bed at 7:30. And then you say, well, of course I'm going to watch it. Can I have a Tim Tam? So pretty much that's where we're at. We're basically taking you back to that time. We've got some amazing guests that are going to join us over the next 2 weeks. Tonight, we've got Deano from Nova 100s, Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, amazing guy, very funny dude as well. We've got Yumi Steins joining us later in the week. Who else have we got? We've got Brent Wolfenoo's drum for Wolfmother and Tim Rogers, amazing. He's going to do some music stuff with us. We've got an ARIA award winner tomorrow night. Who else? We've got Tegan Higginbotham is going to join us next week as well from Whovians. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and you can catch it here at 7 o'clock every night, or we'll replay it, and all the videos will be over at Watch Out For. Before we get to Deano, very quickly, little TV recommendation. My favourite, obviously we're going to watch a movie, but you've got other stuff to watch. SBS On Demand has one of the great shows about a virus, Last Man on Earth. It is streaming all 4 seasons. It's Will Forte from SNL and MacGruber, amazing funny guy, definitely worth checking out.
Man on Earth.
Great show. It's one of those shows that sort of talks about some very interesting issues, but it's surrounded by the silliness of what's happening around it. But it's actually one of the best deconstructions of male-female relationships I've ever seen. All right, we'll keep it quick. Let's go to Deano very soon. If you don't know who Deano is, you hear him on the radio all the time. He also has one of the best online web series I've ever seen, Deano's Footy Show. I would love you just to look at my favourite moment of Deano's Footy Show.
Hey, how are you, mate?
What's going on, man?
Oh, mate, plenty. Hello, Franco. How are you, buddy? Franco Cozzo, huh? Look at him. What a beauty.
Kurta!
Cozzo.
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 Kurta!
Isn't that amazing? I just think that's the best thing you'll ever see. Deano is Deano. If he's around, I need to talk about Franco Cozzo, because how many people have ever had Franco Cozzo at their disposal? Deano, how you doing, mate?
Hello, man. It's so good to see
on?
you. Oh, nothing much. Just did a workout for the first time. All this stuff kicked off. I actually did my first, technically second workout. So I'm feeling all right.
Where do you do your workout?
In the lounge, just through my gym, just making do.
Your place just stink now because you just never open the doors and windows. Are you in that zone yet of
Well,
quarantine?
is that how it gets in? Because I've been quite open with the windows.
Yeah, it's you.
So,
You're the one that stinks.
thank you, man.
It's terrible.
Hey.
How's the quarantine affected you so far? You're obviously still at work. Are you obeying the 1.5 metre laws?
Yeah, like I'm in one of those weird jobs, Lynchy, that we can still go to work and obviously not be near each other and then still connect with all of our listeners still. So it's just really odd. Like, yeah, like I just feel very lucky that we still get to go in when a lot of people don't have that luxury and just overnight kind of lining up in Centrelink. And I just feel lucky that we're going in and still get to do dumb, fun segments while covering all this mess. Like, yeah. And like people listening at their homes, to me, is really interesting now because like previously they'd just be in their cars, so it was pretty cool now.
Yeah, it's like the 1920s, like listening to the Goon Show.
Yeah, what were those plays that they did with the special effects people? And they'd
Yeah,
like
you're the modern Peter Sellers. You are Australian. This is where we're at now.
Thank you for.
So we need a movie that everyone can watch tonight. We can tune in. Now it needs to be available. The rules of the game are Netflix, Stan, or free to air. That can be SBS On Demand, 7+. What is a movie that we all have to get behind, whether we have seen it, we like it or not, but we can all get behind and start watching it.
Look, Lynchy, just before I drop the movie, can I just say 2 docos real quick that are on streaming services?
Are you? Wait, I feel like there's going to be a lowbrow, and you're trying to hit us with a highbrow.
If you know how in Men in Black they erase their memory, I wish I could erase my memory so I could watch Blackfish for the first time again on Stan.
Great choice.
It's unbelievable. It's about, real quick, it's about whales in SeaWorld, how they get homicidal. It's unbelievable. It's honestly unbelievable. And the Dawn Wall, which is about freestyle rock climbing, okay? You'll never see any documentaries like these two. So they're the 2 highbrow ones. Okay?
I like that you've chosen in this hypothetical, you've had to lose your memory just so you can watch these particular movies again. You could use that power for anything.
No.
It's just because you want to see the destruction of animals. Love it.
Well, no, it's just, okay, real quick, it's just about how I've never seen an animal become a homicidal killer, like a real, like, Hannibal Lecter style killer. Anyway, watch it, okay? Blackfish.
Blackfish, I love it. So where are they on? Where can we find those?
Blackfish is on Stan, and The Dawn Wall is on Netflix, and you just must watch them. Really, and because we're in isolation, The Dawn Wall will reach out for a lot of reasons. But here's the movie, okay? I don't want any judgment, but it holds up.
Hello! He's gone. Is that a physical DVD?
Of course it's a physical DVD. It's a classic. It's worth having. It's for moments like this when internet's dodgy. You need the classics.
How long have you had that? Is that a newly bought DVD? That's one that's been around since '96.
No, I think I bought it like JB Hi-Fi for $8 in a bin, and I'm like, oh, obviously I'm buying that. Like a couple of
that's a
few months ago. But
what is it about Happy Gilmore that makes it so rewatchable? Why tonight of all nights do we need to see Happy Gilmore?
Its commitment to the gags is unflinching. Like, there's no... Happy is just... Obviously, it's essentially just about an angry guy who's violent. But for some reason, I can let all that go because it's so self-aware, yet it sticks to the gags unbelievably. And it shaped my sense of humor and everyone around me, like in a way that I really can't explain. Like, I think I say phrases from it that I didn't even know, like tiny phrases from it that I didn't actually know. They're not even the famous catchphrases.
So you as the modern Peter Sellers, as we've just is directly linked to Adam Sandler. So we can only thank Adam Sandler for you, is what where we're getting at.
Hey, and by the way, Sandler he's done a lot of crap. Let's be honest, but he deserves an Oscar for Uncut Gems, man.
I'm a big defender of the Sandler. There was a point where I was considering that this whole thing would just be Sandler recommendations every night, because Jack and Jill's not that bad when you watch it 4 times.
Punch Drunk Love is essentially Happy Gilmore, but more outhouse. It's an angry guy.
That's anyway, I've never heard. Hey, I'm gonna quickly before we say goodbye, let's have a look, because you did have the DVD. I think we have the trailer, the VHS trailer for Happy Gilmore. Let's see if it still holds up.
Meet Happy Gilmore. He was a hockey player.
Don't you ever touch my puck!
Now he's going from the rinks to the links.
Where you want those gloves, punk? I'm your caddy.
He's got the swing.
He shoots, he scores!
He's got the drive.
This guy sucks.
He's got the ball.
All right, let's go.
Adam Sandler is Happy Gilmore.
The slapstick violence, for some reason, it just hits me every time in my funny bone. And the 3.5-minute story setup at the start, It's done so wonderfully.
Well, that's the great thing about Sandler movies, and this is one of the more we watch movies over the next 2 weeks, you'll notice that a great movie should set up the premise within the first 15 minutes. So, Back to the Future, the best example of a structured film, will at exactly the 15-minute mark. If you watch any Adam Sandler movie, even if you watch The Waterboy, at exactly the 10-minute mark, he will say, "Would you like to join the team?" So it is. Adam Sandler movies are actually structurally perfect, and I argue I would want anyone to question me, and you'll be wrong.
Thanks.
So you're absolutely on the right track there.
Absolute last thing,
Okay.
for people that have seen the film, you know the blonde-headed caddy that he calls a dipshit when he first starts playing golf?
Please, what do you got?
He is now an assistant professor of psychology at Columbia University, and he looks like this.
What a gift. I
Sorry?
love it.
I know.
You've done your homework. You've done us all proud. So everybody, it's on. What are we finding Happy Gilmore? Is that Netflix?
Netflix.
Netflix it is. Deano, thank you very much for joining us and be the first guest on Play It Forward. Love you lots.
Love you, man.
Everyone has a good night tonight.
See you, brother. Love you guys.
See you.
Peace. DM me if you want to chat about the film. Love you.
Love you, mate. There we go. So your option for tonight, Happy Gilmore. It is on Netflix at the moment. Thank you very much to Deano. As we were saying, part of the show is we want to try and make it as inclusive as possible. So if you know a mate that's been hit really hard by the coronavirus stuff, please let us know. Send me a text or send over to Watch Out For, because we'll send out Netflix vouchers and stand vouchers so everyone can join in. It'll be a good time. Also, if you're one of those lucky people that does still have a job and you make it a little bit and you'd like to make someone else's week a little easier and you can cover their Netflix, let me know and we'll send that out too. That's the whole point of the show, is so everybody can get together. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll work out what the movie is tonight. The movie is Happy Gilmore. Thank you very much to Deano. Tomorrow night, Hannah Cross, ARIA Award winner. She beat Paul Kelly. Can you believe it? Thanks for joining us, everybody.